Going live, going live. Johnny 5 is live. And this is take 2 of Elimination Chamber. Watch along as some of you that may have tuned in thinking that the stream I did last week was the pay per view. It wasn't. Um, as you watched, you soon realized I made a mistake. That was today. I do hope that I can find you guys stop by for a little bit if you want, hang out. I'm having a couple of drinks as I'm cooking dinner. There are going to be moments during the stream that I'm going to have to get up maybe to use the bathroom or check on said dinner. Uh, maybe, you know, hit a hit something out of that magical herbs over there. I don't know, but over to the side there. Uh, but whatever the case may be, we're going to be doing a WWE Elimination Chamber watch along today, and they're uh, coming out of Saudi Arabia for the day. The reason why this one is in the afternoon is because in Saudi Arabia it's nighttime. Soon it's like 8 o'clock there, so it's a full 8 hours, I guess, difference between us and Saudi Arabia, or at least where I'm from, Eastern Seaboard. Started snowing recently today, so if anyone else, if it's snowing by you, let me know down below. And yeah, this is going to be the last pay per view before WrestleMania. And I want to thank again Aunt Dorothy and Uncle Pat for the wonderful gift of Peacock here. They gave us their, we share their account or whatever, but they mainly watch this too. They're fans of wrestling. I have a fun little story to tell you about that actually. Uh, it's Chrissy's aunt and uncle, Pat and Dorothy. And we were down there a few months back visiting, and we stopped by to say hello and stuff like that and hang out. And we were there on a Monday night, and Uncle Pat happened to put on Raw as Jericho, and I thought that was the funniest thing because Raw as Jericho was like such a while ago that it still feels natural saying Raw as Jericho. Still to this day, even though Chris Jericho's with AEW. Um, Speaking of AEW, I guess Cody Rhodes had left AEW and re-signed with the WWE. It looks like, and he may make an appearance tonight, supposedly, because he was spotted in an international airport within the last 24 hours. But I would try to save him for WrestleMania appearance of some sort. But yeah, it's starting now. Some of the matches are going to be Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. I'm hoping Roman Reigns wins that. An Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship with Lashley, Goldberg, Riddle, Seth Rollins, and Big E. And I'm hoping Lashley wins that one, even though I think Brock Lesnar might win that one. My personal choice is Bobby Lashley, but I think story-wise, it's going to go Brock Lesnar. Um, I think there's a match between Becky Lynch and Lita for the WWE Women's Championship for Raw. Uh, Becky Lynch is probably going to win that one. Tag team match with Naomi and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. And Ronda Rousey and Naomi is probably going to win that one because it's Ronda Rousey is currently back again, so they're probably going to have a little winning streak again, especially heading into WrestleMania, where she's going to be facing Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title. And Austin Theory is also in the Elimination Chamber. Uh, there is a women's Elimination Chamber match for the number one contendership for WrestleMania. The goats on the shoulders. Someone recently told me that they weren't feeling the goats on the shoulders for Becky Lynch. Uh, she is definitely one of the greatest currently going at it. I will say that she had the historical fact of being one of the first women to be involved in the WrestleMania main event as a woman in a triple threat match with Ronda and Charlotte. Even though I think it should have been a four-way between Sasha, Bailey, uh, Charlotte, and Becky, being that they were the four horsewomen in NXT and up. But with currently, I think Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch are for real not talking to each other for whatever, however that occurred, how that led up to it, we'll never know, because it just professionalism, man. You got two alpha personalities. I'm going to say alpha male as well in these type of environments, uh, especially involving athleticism that requires a lot of bumping around and lifting up and squatting and doing all sorts of stretches and kicks and flips. You would need to be in some sort of, and sometimes you need to do all this in like 30 minutes, 30-minute time span. So you gotta try not to gas yourself because, again, yes, it's a story, it's fake, it's written, it's predetermined, but you still physically have to do the match. You know what I mean? They're just not going in there standing around for the most part. And, yes, with some of the lower tier, maybe promotions or people just learning, uh, just starting off their career on TV, maybe you have to have a certain curve for people because sometimes some people excel in certain areas than others. Brock Lesnar forever had Paul Heyman doing interviews until the last couple of years where uh, fans were really, having fun with his personality breaking out with the Brock party, with the Money in the Bank case, and what have you. We're starting this off, huh? We're starting off with Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. So we'll see how this goes. I don't care whether I'm 52 or 22. I still think that I can go out there and beat last night. ass kicking machine Goldberg. Now, I will say, I've never been a big Goldberg fan per se. I've never been a big Goldberg fan in a general sense, but I'll respect Goldberg for the contributions in WCW. He was a legend. He did his thing in WWF too, but um, I'm in God mode now. Roman Reigns is so fucking shredded. It's crazy. And it's crazy how he could have been casted. If you're going to cast someone like Jason Momoa as Aquaman, then you can definitely cast him in some sort of. Because you have The Rock coming at you with Black Adam. Roman Reigns can definitely get into a superhero movie that maybe some B or C list superhero that can really be brought to the next level because of even just of Roman Reigns' name and looks. Because Roman Reigns does look like a movie star, he can pass as a movie star. I can see him in action movies. I can see him in other sorts of movies too. Some sort of comedy, because he does have a personality, and he does have some sort of personality when he does when he's allowed to talk from the hip. Um, you have to have some type of personality though to make it to this level at this point with this company. Because as much as people say about the Saudi Arabia shows, it's bought the company $1 billion, okay? And I know working for Saudi Arabia is a big, looked down by a lot of people. A lot of their even superstars won't go to Saudi Arabia, or are not even allowed there. And go figure, Goldberg, a Jewish man fighting in Saudi Arabia. If he was just a Joe Schmo living there. Uh, but I digress. Uh, I don't know why I did that. So what we have here is Roman Reigns coming out first, the WWE Universal Champion of 500 some odd days. And someone's going to come out with Paul Heyman. 537 days. Now, I wonder how Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble, it was. Um, I wonder if this is going to be a double turn where Paul Heyman then turns on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and Brock and Heyman turn around and be like, it was us in cahoots with each other the whole time. This is part of the plan. I know it would have to hinge on Brock Lesnar winning back the WWE Championship to make it. They should make it title for title, though. If they are making Brock Lesnar win tonight, it should be title for title at WrestleMania, all in, so to speak. No bullshit or shenanigans to making that a valid match at the end of the match, where they stop the match for too much ass kicking, even though that's the whole point of this whole thing. But you know how this goes. Um, I will. So 535 days, 36 days. It's over a year and a half straight of being the champion.
There is not a person alive, not in this generation, who has come close to breathing the same rarefied air as the head of the table has. Roman Reigns tweeted out earlier today that
And they say WWE doesn't build stars anymore. But here's Roman Reigns. They've been pushing this guy since 2013, 2014. And, yeah. They built him up to be a pretty big star in the last 10 years. They have a lot of faith in him. They made him champion longer. He had him beat a lot of guys in the past. So you know how it goes, man.
the future Hall of Famers that have fallen to the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Goldberg indeed to be victimized by Universal Champion. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Acknowledge me.
Mixed reactions. Some can't make out what they're chanting. But here comes Goldberg. The whole Goldberg chant. Never know if this is dubbed over the speakers or Gilbert. Oh my god, this guy with the fucking pyro and let's see, did he hit his head again on the fucking door like an idiot? I mean, I hope Roman Reigns is ready, man, because one of the last times Goldberg was in Saudi Arabia, he almost injured the Undertaker, man. And it was an iffy call on the neck.
I would argue I'm more dangerous now than ever because now I am a thinking man who enters with a strategy. Will Goldberg's strategy be enough to topple the
no, I don't think so. I think this got to be a squash match. I mean, meaning this got to not go too long. Bill Goldberg, he looks better than me, man, in the stomach area for sure. He works out. He's lean. He's still muscular. He still looks like he can pack a wallop. So I'm not gonna discredit him in that regard. You know what I mean? He's put a lot of work into his career, his body, his image. So I'll give him his credit for his work ethic. Just for me, he's always been a Stone Cold. I mean, I know they've been different characters. So But I don't know. Even if you take away the Stone Cold comparisons, even the little bit that they are, it's not really. I mean, just never really had a big interest in Goldberg in the general sense. Can appreciate everything he's done, but so it's either going to be a quick.
Defeated to win his very first world championship ever.
Goldberg versus Hogan. That was forever ago.
With the Goldberg mentality and intensity, bell rings, we are underway.
There we go. I'm firmly convinced Roman Reigns is winning this. There's no way they're going to make fucking Goldberg champion here at Saudi Arabia. They did it. They had Bray Wyatt job out as the Fiend to him, which was a horrible mistake as it was. So many times for him in Saudi Arabia has been like bad luck fucking matches. The Undertaker match was a bad luck match. The Fiend match was a bad luck match because, and it didn't even work out the way they wanted to, and they've fucked up the Fiend persona so much beyond that anyway at that point that Bray Wyatt's not even with the WWE anymore. Man, pull up your pants and do the Muscle Man dance.
Very similar in strength and power department. Let's see who can get the early exit. This Goldberg is backing Roman Reigns.
They're locked up. Roman Reigns throwing right hands and headbutts.
It was an unfamiliar feeling for Roman in those early moments, being overpowered at least for an instant.
Threw Goldberg out. They're doing the whole shakes and up. What's she gonna do? Off the Arabic announce table. Huh? Oh, against the barricade.
Suddenly, Goldberg is taking control. Remember, he's got to get Reigns back in the ring.
Yeah, he does.
Champion's advantage tonight. Goldberg has to pin.
Is it going to be a double count out this quick? That would be fucking insane. Double count out in the first 5 minutes.
And Roman Reigns meets him with the right hand. Big time uppercut by the tribal chief. And now the Universal Champion moving on to punishment. Goldberg down to one knee. Reigns will let this on the attack. Official Dan Engler trying to do what he can to establish order in this match.
Roman Reigns is in control at the moment. Bringing it to Goldberg. Up a spear out of nowhere.
Reigns is down. The champion's in trouble. Is Goldberg seconds away from ending the history-making reign of Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns is in trouble and Goldberg is...
We're going to go with the jackhammer now. Spear, jackhammer combo. No. Rock bottom. Basically, rock bottom.
Roman Reigns. Immediately Goldberg to his knees. Let's take another look.
He's probably allowed to do that.
Roman Reigns was absolutely...
There's a nice spear. There's a nice spear. I'll give him that. He's looking better in this match than he did the other matches for sure. Especially the Undertaker match. But I don't know how much more Goldberg has left to in the tank, so to speak. Superman punch to Goldberg.
Quickly the landscape changes in favor of the tribal chief. Reigns screaming, I told you. The Universal Champion.
He's back in the corner again and wants another Superman punch or spear. Let's see what it is in a moment. Oh, the Goldberg with the spear to counter. 2 spears to the championship. I don't know if Goldberg's got a cut on his head, on the top of his head, or if it's just razor cuts from shaving the head or whatever. What's happened to me shaving my own head sometimes. But we'll see. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that they would have Goldberg win, but Roman Reigns got a chokehold, like a guillotine in. Out to the corner. Roman is still trying to hold it in. He's really got it in. I mean, you would imagine even the size of someone like Goldberg, if Roman Reigns really had your neck in this type of chokehold. I mean, again, suspension of disbelief. These guys are supposed to be superior athletes, and, I mean, at least if Goldberg passes out, then it makes him look strong because he didn't tap out. He didn't. So, yeah, Roman Reigns just won by submission. So, Goldberg looks strong still because he didn't get pinned and he didn't actually tap out. He passed out. So, Goldberg probably was like, he probably realized that would be the best option for him. That would make it look feasible for Roman Reigns to do for him. He probably didn't want to do the pinfall, but still realized he had to lose because they're not. I mean, again, WWE, you never know, but I'd be highly surprised if they would have changed the titles to Goldberg this close to WrestleMania. The pay-per-view before WrestleMania, especially, not even like Royal Rumble, where you can then start a fresh story. It's so close to WrestleMania that now this Elimination Chamber match is definitely going to set the stage on what else will be happening for WrestleMania because Roman Reigns won. He still has the title. So it could be almost any contender at this point on SmackDown. Or maybe Brock Lesnar would decide to go after Roman again and make that happen. But yeah, 535 days, 536 days, and by the time WrestleMania comes, that's going to be like 550 days. So Roman Reigns reigns supreme. Oh yeah. It was an okay match. It's what I expected to have happen, And we'll see what other matches coming up now. We're doing commercials now, so I hope that I can find you in great spirits today. I want to dedicate this stream to my good old JJ boy, my guinea pig, the family guinea pig, JJ, passed away a couple of days ago, and it's taken a big hit on the family. And I want to dedicate this stream to JJ, the guinea pig. So here's to you, JJ, my little furry friend that gave me much joy and happiness. I hope we were able to give you as much joy and happiness as you gave us. But probably with last week's debacle, no one's going to believe that I'm actually doing this. That's true. So are they going to do the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber next? Are they really doing that next? So then you have the women's matches. You have then the women's match after this. Then you have so with the other matches that you have, it's almost all women's matches. So the women's elimination chamber match is going to have to be the main event. It's going to have to be. Oh. From someone that, I mean, I know, but geez, some of this, they really make it look good, man, with these camera angles, and because, geez, some of it looks really, like, I mean, I can tell when it's working in unison sometimes, but then sometimes there's these really explosive moves that are like, holy moly.
For the 29th time in WWE history, superstars will compete in this 16-foot-high structure, which weighs 20,000 pounds.
20,000 pounds.
The winner tonight faces the Raw Women's Champion.
So they're doing the women's first. Okay. They're doing the women's first. So the men's will be. So that's it. The men's will be later in the night.
Until all pods are empty. And at any time a superstar is pinned or submits, she is eliminated and must exit the chamber. The last superstar standing will be declared the winner and will go on to challenge the Raw Women's Champion in a main event at
WrestleMania. WrestleMania, buddy. WrestleMania. That was a little. But yeah, all right. So the women's. All right. So this is going to be an interesting one already, because this first participant I like a lot, Bianca Belair. She's got a good look. She was a track star and such in college, and her whole gimmick, so to speak, is she's the EST of the WWE, the best, fastest, the smartest, And then she's got this long ass ponytail that she does this little twirl with as she jumps and twirls to the ring. So, but she's a good performer, and I'm hoping to see how she is in this match. I think she'll do some good things. She was WWE Women's SmackDown Champion last year, but lost it to uh, Big Time Bucks at SummerSlam maybe. Uh, Dewdrop, Dewdrop, but I knew her as Piper Nevin in NXT UK. She's good for she's a big girl, but she's good. She's fast. She's strong. She's got good stamina. Good worker. So this is going to be interesting with uh, how it's wild to see her time from NXT UK to now, because I literally remember seeing her first match there about a year ago. Because I watched these random WWE shows like you at NXT UK. I'll watch old episodes of NXT. I'll watch old episodes of ECW. Um, I've been on a little WWE Untold kicks lately. The last one I watched was about Eddie Guerrero. So it's kind of cool to see her up at this level because I was a fan of her back then. I was impressed with her work ability. Rhea Ripley is another one that I had an eye on from uh, pretty early on in her WWE career. I don't know what she did before WWE, but Rhea Ripley is another good talent, good look. She looks like she can kick your ass, even if even if you're a guy. She looks like she wouldn't care about throwing a punch at you. Uh, like I said, good luck, badass. She was recently tag team champions with Nikki Cross. I think she was Raw Women's champion for a little while. I know she was NXT champion for a little while. And this outfit she has on reminds me of American Horror Story, that latex outfit from season one and various other seasons after that. Uh, you want to see me do American Horror Story reviews? Let me know. I'm a big fan of that show. I'm up to the 1984 season currently. But yeah, Rhea Ripley, good talent. Um, now this, oh wait, Raw Women's. Oh, so this is for the Raw Women's Championship. Yes. So I mean, obviously, then Becky's gonna win this. Pull ups. Rhea Ripley is doing pull ups from the top. She's holding the top of the cage. Ash, almost superhero, Nikki Cross. Supposedly, Nikki came up with this character on her own to kind of be, uh, I don't know. She's invested in this character. She helped create it and the approach on it. I just It reminds me of the Hurricane and Mighty Molly type of thing, but Mighty Molly was more awesome. I think Mighty Molly was a better worker, But Nikki Cross is a good worker as well. But I just think that Mighty Molly was better. She's more up there on the list than Nikki Cross is. But Nikki Cross is good. I like her. I just not big on this ASH character. Uh, I prefer, if anything, I prefer to come. Who wants to play with Nikki character? That would have more meshed with Rhea Ripley's character than this superhero character. I don't know. All right, this is for the number one contendership to the Raw Women's Championship. Now you got Liv Morgan coming down. Now that I know.
This is the third time she's been in this event in her career. Liv has found herself in the role of habitual runner-up. Liv Morgan has taken everyone and their mother to the limit. Liv, in the highest pressure situations, seems to come up short. If Liv Morgan doesn't pull it off in the Elimination Chamber tonight, in my opinion, she may
Liv Morgan looks very Britney Spears-esque in that video of where she wore that red outfit. The hair looks like Britney. That red outfit. If you know Britney Spears, you know what picture I'm talking about. I like what image I'm talking about. But Liv Morgan looks pretty. Liv Morgan's a good worker too. I don't know if she's going to. Alexa Bliss. Is she going to come out? So Alexa Bliss is coming out, and I guess a combo of the Lily character and I'll let herself and the Lily character. I will give WWE credit for trying to carry this story on from. This is still lingering storyline all the way from the Fiend, and he's gone from the WWE, so it's kind of like.
Alexa Bliss surveying the situation. Engaged with all of the other competitors. Rhea Ripley looking down right on stage. So the way this shapes up is Alexa Bliss is going to be locked in the final pod, which means Nikki ASH and Liv Morgan are going to start this match. Alexa Bliss does have a swing inside her pod.
Oh God, that swing inside the pod. That's going to be a talking point, I'm sure. So Liv Morgan and Nikki AHS. Ooh, I know how to talk. You know how to talk.
Try to eliminate one opponent at a time. In a more of a gauntlet match situation, rather than letting the pods open, the ring fill up, and chaos ensue. And again, the odds are not on your side. Number one and number two. Only win the chamber match 4% of the time. We're able to block. Right now, it's the same thing. Nasty elbow delivered. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure it's a good idea to continue to try to I agree.
Nikki banging on the pods.
With Liv Morgan not being concerned with all the other competitors still locked in the pods. So again, the implosion. Oh, that's it. Exactly to your point. Driven into the pod by
Liv Morgan pushed Nikki Cross into one of the pods.
Really changed her moral compass. Let's not forget either. Nikki and Alexa Bliss used to be best of friends and tag team champions as well. Oh, and Morgan driven into the side.
That's right. So Nikki Cross had Nikki Cross is a two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. I wonder how many of them there are now in canon.
Spinning Liv into the ring post, looking for the cover. Covered out by Nikki. Kick out by Liv Morgan. A very aggressive, a very vicious Nikki here tonight. Let's not lose sight of what's at stake here. Many of these if you do not win the elimination,
so we're gonna get a new participant coming in out of one of the pods. So it's gonna be Liv Morgan, Nikki AHS, and Dewdrop. Good girl coming in. Good girl coming in. The only one that can really, in a real fight. Dewdrop headbutting Nikki. The only one that I think would, in a real fight, have a good handle on this good girl would be Rhea Ripley. Because Rhea Ripley is a good girl too, but like tall and but like really muscular and toned. Dewdrop, or Piper Niven as I call her secretly in my mind, has the size advantage in the regard of just having the bulk, so to speak, but being able to move and do all these things like an athlete, so just picture a big guy but being able to actually be an athlete when you wouldn't think that they could be an athlete or do these physical things. Because this girl, Dewdrop, Piper Niven, she does flips and this and that. She'll go to the top rope and jump off. She just ran and landed on her back on top of Liv Morgan. This Dewdrop lady would like be having me just fall back first on you. She's smashing Liv Morgan's face against the chains and saying, "Isn't she so beautiful?" See that? She knocked herself out on the ring post trying to go after Nikki AHS. Now she's doing the whole. Alright, so now a new contender's coming in. Let's see who it is coming out now. At some point, they're probably going to be all in the ring. In there. Rhea Ripley, baby. Rhea Ripley.
The celebration is over, Nikki.
I mean, Rhea Ripley is the epitome of a goth girl, I guess. I mean, she's the black lipstick, black everything, my guy. Oh, see, this is going to be interesting. Dewdrop and Rhea Ripley. I think they might have faced each other in NXT UK. To be honest with you, I think it might have been the battle of undefeated streaks at the time of NXT UK.
Yeah, had a grip on Nikki's boot for the moment, and held the chamber as well. The situation go quickly, and Nikki. Superstars do fly. Superheroes like this as well.
So
Bouncing off the
Rhea
chamber.
Ripley hit.
Rhea Ripley.
What I'm really surprised at,
Face of the nightmare Rhea Ripley. She descends the chamber. No
actually,
thus far in this match.
I'm not so surprised at it because
Leave the chamber.
in Saudi Arabia, I was like really surprised that in Saudi Arabia they were gonna. Rhea Ripley just eliminated Nikki Cross or Nikki AHS. So Rhea Ripley gets the first elimination. And I don't know why Bianca Belair looks so concerned. That's easy for her, one less person. And she's still in the pod. So there, I think two more people left in the pod, Bianca and Alexa. And the next one's coming out in a few seconds. Alexa. So Bianca Belair is officially last. Alright, so I think these two characters would have been a better tag team, Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. They could have formed a little faction of dark characters, you know. Oh, Alexa's kicking ass. Well, this is her first match back in a long time. She's doing all her little flippy flips and almost pinned Liv Morgan. But she's got it. She's still got it. There's my back door open a little bit. So I'm gonna close it in a few minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna probably go check my dinner in a few minutes over in that kitchen over there.
Bianca Belair, the last one remaining in a pod.
All right, the pod. Liv Morgan's got her foot caught. I wonder if that didn't do any damage to her in the long run. Because that'd be a bummer.
Trying to fight Ripley off, successfully does so. Morgan back to her feet. Big right hand from Liv.
So I'm going to do my best to stream this to the end. Dewdrop is out. Eliminated by Liv Morgan.
That may have been the confidence booster that Liv Morgan needed.
Yeah.
Liv checking out her left knee. She was injured when she got hung up on the top rope going into the pod moments ago.
So Bianca Belair is coming out last.
SmackDown Women's Champion, who may have been in WrestleMania last year. To make history, now enters the Elimination Chamber. Belair fired up, ready to go.
Fired up.
EST at WWE. Bianca Belair wants to win the chamber and make history again. Belair to the outside. That just rocked Bliss's jaw.
So after this match, I'm going to get up and take a look at my dinner and take a little break from the stream. But I'm obviously, oh wow, that's awesome, my guy. Bianca Belair had Liv Morgan up on one hand. I mean, yes, Liv Morgan was having her hands down on her shoulder. It was like a good visual, like a good trick to make it look like she was holding her with one hand. So I'll give credit for that. A little bit of teamwork to make it look like Bianca was being, you know what I mean? Bianca and Rhea Ripley. See, this is a future WrestleMania main event right here. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, or a future WrestleMania women's title match. Or they would be even awesome tag team champions together. Like Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, they would dominate as tag team champions.
Double vertical suplex by Ripley and Belair.
Double vertical suplex on Ripley and Belair. Or being done by Ripley and Belair on Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss. But now they're like, ooh, slap the shit out of her face. Rhea Ripley fucking backhanded Bianca Belair. Oh, that was a nice looking slap too. Now they're gonna go toe to toe. Oh, nice little headbutt by Rhea Ripley. Nice little forearm by Bianca. KOD maybe by Bianca on Rhea. Nope. Landed on her feet. Oh. Liv Morgan double knee. Both of them. Oh, Alexa Bliss with a nice little move out of nowhere. This match is good, man. This match is good. This match is. These women knew they had to come to Saudi Arabia and show why there should be women's wrestling. Oh, Liv Morgan eliminated by Alexa Bliss. That's who I was hoping was going to win. But I'm still not upset about who. It's between Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Alexa Bliss. Oh. Belair with Rhea Ripley. KOD. Rhea Ripley out. So Bianca Belair, I think, might win this actually. So now it's officially between Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss to be the number one contender for WrestleMania to challenge Becky. That was a nice sunset flip between them two. Alexa Bliss sunset flipped Bianca Belair. It looked nice. You know, in the middle of it, they kind of had to make sure they were good, but then they finished the move. But they still did the move. It still looked cohesive enough that even the stop itself to make sure everything was good. Good sunset flip. See, this is another one where I wouldn't mind again if it was Alexa Bliss or Bianca Belair. I think it's going to be Bianca. But then again, with Alexa Bliss just coming back, they might have her win. You know what I mean? To just have her have a little momentum coming back. But Bianca Belair needs to get her win back against Becky from SummerSlam or Survivor Series. Oh, missed her little flippity doodah. Alexa Bliss trying to DDT. What I like, I guess, is that they had to be fully covered body from shoulder, from neck to down to everything. There's no skin shown outside of neck up. Try to get DDT again, but Bianca flipped, doing more. That would have been a sucky way to win a surprise roll up.
Belair's got to kick it too. Belair stumbles back to the corner. Alexa Bliss perhaps feel a little frustration.
It's a good match.
Cardiovascular condition Alexa Bliss is in after the long layoff outside the ring. No shape quite like ring shape, but what a right hand. But Bliss holding her own. Belair said, I'm not giving up. And now with Bliss on her shoulders.
Another possible KOD. Bianca Belair wins with another KOD on Alexa Bliss. So Bianca Belair might just win her title back at WrestleMania. But give me a couple minutes, guys.
Championship at WrestleMania. The question is, who's going to be the champion? Will it be Becky Lynch or Lita? We'll find out that later on tonight. And right now, it's time for Bianca Belair to celebrate because her path to WrestleMania is crystal clear. I disagree strongly, Saxon. It's not time for celebration, it's time for preparation. Because all roads lead to Dallas for Bianca Belair. And here is how she got there. The KOD to Alexa Bliss, the kiss of death. And once again, Bianca Belair has the chance to become champion on the grandest stages of all, 2 years in a row. The work begins now for the EST. And Bianca Belair once again make history at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair thinking about the goal. Later on tonight, we know the team finds out who Bianca Belair will face for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. I can't. My toes. How much further?
Turns out, it is hard walking a mile in someone else's shoes.
And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. I can't. I gotta go. Go straight back.
No.
For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
For real?
I just made the racist.
I'm just not used to being around people we can talk to.
It's been a while for me, too.
I got scared sometimes.
You don't have to be scared anymore. Maybe you should laugh. Why? That meant
I'm wondering if I'm going crazy.
you're not crazy.
The place can feel overwhelming at first, but don't worry, you're going to be around here in no time.
This is my nephew Will, slowly staying in this buffet.
You're also running for district attorney.
I would like to come with you with the thing. Why? If you can use me to show these rich people, I'm going to take care of my poor black kids.
2 more minutes.
I want to see the potential in what I do. The world needs to see your talent.
Believe it or not, I want everything handed to me.
Why is life only you? I can create my own opportunities.
You can't wait until you think you're ready. Another 15 years, I'll pass you by. I'm going to beg for forgiveness because I was working hard to prove a life to my family.
At the end of all of this, you still gotta be you.
Everybody goes through something. Everybody. What's she got? She's missing.
Something really bad has happened to her. There was definitely more than was being shown on social media.
Her body has been found.
I always wondered what it took to get to that level of sadism.
This was the largest family sex abuse case in the history of the state of Alabama.
There is a lot to unpack.
Well, the final premium live event, Scott, before WrestleMania is the modern commercial on the doorstep of Jeddah. Soccer conference in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yesterday in Jeddah, at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium, WWE superstars joined the Special Olympians in a series of competitions.
This is the weekend of Elimination Chamber. We are in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
We're here today at the Special Olympics Unified Sports Competition in lovely Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Today's PS5 rally was amazing.
Anytime that we get the chance to interact with the kids, even halfway across the world, we jump at those opportunities.
Just to see the kids getting so excited, it just reminds us of the impact that we have on the world.
This is the South Bay. Oh, good morning. She's my favorite.
We're all about putting smiles on everybody's face, but I assure you we come here today we leave with the big smiles on our face.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And in this match, Ronda Rousey must compete with one hand tied behind her back. The eyes of the world are on Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, the Elimination Chamber, and when the lights are the brightest, no one shines brighter than the opportunity herself. Introducing first, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, a 13-time world champion. And we know that she will defend her SmackDown Women's title in 6 weeks in WrestleMania against one of her opponents tonight in this tag team match, Ronda Rousey, who won the Royal Rumble.
I believe you're Charlotte Flair right now. You're thinking this is a chance to send a bit of a physical message to my WrestleMania opponent of what's to come in 6 weeks.
Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is coming out.
Charlotte Flair plays chess. Charlotte Flair already has a strategy for WrestleMania. She is implementing it tonight. It was back to the Women's Royal Rumble match last month. It came down to Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. Ronda will eliminate Charlotte to gain the opportunity to choose which champion she faces in Dallas in 6 weeks, and Ronda chose Charlotte Flair. This is a different Charlotte Flair than the last time Ronda Rousey was around WWE. Charlotte Flair on a whole other level these days.
All right, so I'm back. Sonya Deville has been kind of like matchmaker, booker, whatever authority figure on SmackDown and Raw. And supposedly she injured her arm during an armbar by Ronda Rousey. Yeah, it's definitely that these women had to cover up from neck down, because even Charlotte Flair, normally that comes out in some sort of like sports top, and yeah, she's covered from basically neck down. So this is going to be a tag team match between Charlotte, who's the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Sonya Deville, who has her arm in the sling, against Naomi and Ronda Rousey, who's going to have one arm tied behind her back. But Naomi, quick thoughts on Naomi. Good worker. She has kind of like a disco theme to her. She comes out with the glow, neon colors and stuff, and making us feel the glow, and that type of situation. I like her as a worker. She's a good worker. Charlotte Flair's awesome. Sonya Deville's awesome. I consider Naomi to be awesome as well too. She wasn't allowed to do, because sometimes she'll come into the ring as a certain. But yeah, So Ronda Rousey is gonna come out. Normally she has some bit. She comes out in uh, like man, Kai. No, what martial artists wear in dojos? Those outfits. And if you're even a guy who even watches, like we watch Cobra Kai or Karate Kid, those type of outfits. And Ronda Rousey's in that outfit. So, yeah, they really made sure that they recovered the women. Because I guess in Saudi Arabia, women aren't really allowed to show uh, excess skin. So that's interesting.
Please welcome Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey. Okay, Ronda Rousey, the first one to be in the Women's Hall of Fame. Interesting. First one with the WWE Women's title and UFC title. Obviously, the Women's title. No. She made a choice. Bad reputation. I don't know how much they have to pay for that nonsense. Because they gotta pay for the music rights. But Ronda Rousey the music rights too. I think they do that for John Moxley and AEW for Wild Thing. Facebook there for a second. So, the tying Ronda Rousey's hand behind her back, because I guess that's with the stipulation. Ronda Rousey, Sonya Deville is also a legit MMA artist prior to the WWE, so she would know some fighting skills herself. Like in a real life scenario. Again, I'm not saying I knew Sonya Deville was tricking. Like, come on. So now Sonya Deville, and that Ronda Rousey contractually still has to fight one arm behind her back, even though Sonya Deville now has both arms. This is gonna have to rely a lot on, like, I don't know how they're gonna do this because there's not been. I can't remember the last time there's been a one-armed tied behind my back match against the other one. Ronda Rousey's got some kicks going on. She did a step-up knee, which was pretty cool looking in a way. So that was, yeah. Andrade wants you too. Andrade wants you too, my love. Here comes Charlotte. Charlotte's looking pretty nice in that, I don't know what that is, a red, pink, red, leotard, one piece, leotard, so she's looking good with that. She tagged Sonya Deville back in because we're not worthy of the queen. We're not worthy of the queen, are we? Come on, man. We're not worthy of Charlotte Flair, the queen. So, all right, Naomi's back in now. Not back in, but she's in first. The first one. You know what I mean. Oh. So I'm gonna. That's what I'm figuring. It's mainly going to be Naomi versus Sonya Deville and or Charlotte Flair, and then near the end, Ronda, 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 Ronda. Ronda is going to come and save the day. Naomi does this cool little matrix trick. Where she ducks, whatever. Oh, here comes Ronda. I mean, this is where a takedown. Charlotte breaking it up like a bum. Oh.
Charlotte Flair brilliantly landing Ronda Rousey's usable arm into the turnbuckle. She's a 13-time champion.
13-time champion.
Punishment. Hey, here comes Flair. You get to your point, Corey, attacking the jaw of Ronda Rousey.
Double team the corner by Sonya and Charlotte against Ronda. They're targeting the untied arm, so then there's really not much that she can do with no arms. Oh. Elbows to the back of the head of Ronda, but not really. Hitting the elbow, Ronda. Man. Ronda getting her ass kicked in the corner.
And I imagine this would be a completely different scenario had Ronda not had one arm tied behind her back.
Obviously, Corey Graves, if she didn't have one arm tied behind her back, it would be way different. She can probably beat a lot of men that are her like size and height and such. Because of her being a legitimate MMA fighter. Again, if you have like legitimate fighting skills, you can handle yourself against most people. And not like, I mean, there's a lot of martial arts that are not really meant for like fighting styles. They're more meant for discipline to learn, in a sense. Do much to save you in a fighting scenario, and even modern day channel, like there's this one guy, I forget his name, that tries to teach self-defense things, like if you have a gun to you and stuff like that. But even then, it's if you're in that scenario and if you've been trained and have been in similar situations as that, maybe, I mean, that's even just giving you the slightest of chances in those scenarios. But like, if you're dealing with real assailants, I really like. I would think that even the women, maybe they wouldn't be able to defeat like a 7-foot tall man, but if there's a man about their size, maybe there'd be some sort of better fight to be had, so to speak, than a woman who's not trained in these type of athleticisms, knowing how the body moves in a 3D scenario. Because you need to know how your body is in a 3D environment when you're trying to flip, you're trying to kick, you're trying to do these bumps, as they call them, Like, I can't, like, for me, I can try to go on the top ropes and do a flip, but it's going to be nowhere near at how these guys and girls can do it, and I can even hurt myself because I don't even know the basis of wrestling in a sense, like how these guys and girls do, but not like how most of us who watch WWE and try to do the moves with each other on our brothers or cousins or whatever. Good luck trying to Charlotte Flair with a powerbomb on Naomi. Nope. 2. All the outfits have been on point though. A figure 4 Naomi. No, Ronda Rousey came to Seville. Now, what might happen with Ronda Rousey knocked out is that no. I mean, I would like to see Naomi pin Seville as a comeuppance for her storyline against Deville. This should be more a resolution between Deville and Naomi's storyline. And then really start the Ronda Charlotte Flair. Oh, damn. I just did that one hand with the Piper's Pit. Not gonna come in. Sonya Deville taps out to the armbar by Ronda Rousey. So Naomi and Ronda Rousey win. Naomi gets a nice little win too. Bada boom, bada bing. You know what I mean. Alright, so then, yeah, that's going to continue the story for Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. The next 6 weeks, April 2nd and April 3rd is WrestleMania weekend. I guess they're doing the 2 nights again. So, there you go. WrestleMania is coming, baby. More commercials. Now, let's see what we got now. We got the Women's Elimination Chamber and the Women's Tag Team match done. So what we have left is Becky Lynch versus Lita. And it'd be interesting seeing how they come out. Because again, with the dress codes, I guess 42 days away for WrestleMania. So, with how these ladies have to dress and how great the outfits have been, costumes have been so far, I wonder how Becky Lynch's outfit is going to look because Seth Rollins has been known as the drip god lately, and being that they're married, she's been slowly becoming the drip queen subliminally, and I wonder how she's going to come out now. She's been having this disco ball outfit that I like a lot that she wears, but again with the dress code, I wonder because she shows cleavage and belly too, and Lita. So again, they're going to have to come from the basically neck down, fully covered, no knees, no nothing. It's been so far. It's been slowly evolving to them being able to, I guess, wear some form of form-fitting, like what Charlotte Flair had on during this match. I don't understand then why you would even have a dress code because you can see basically the full form of her body, and of course her being athletic and in shape and everything. You're gonna see all the curves where they need to be, so to speak, and so I don't understand what this is about with the Saudi Arabian government, but anyway, I so what they're actually doing now is this story. Drew, Drew McIntyre is going to go against this guy called Madcap Moss, and him and Baron Corbin have been running amok, I guess, on Monday Night Raw at the expense of Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre is going to go one-on-one against Madcap Moss, and it's a no holds barred or no DQ type of match. So we know Drew McIntyre is winning this match. This might even be a squash match. And this is all over a sword. Drew McIntyre's sword. As almost as it looked like he was almost going to stab him with the sword. On TV, man, come on. But I just like looking at my pretty face. Baron Corbin, that's my guy, though. All the characters he's been, all those. He's the guy. He's the guy. I wish Baron Corbin could become WWE champion one day and really cement his legacy as a top guy. And I'm missing Elias, man. Come on. Um, but basically, it's been Baron Corbin and this Madcap Moss against Drew McIntyre. It all started over this sword thing, and now it's accumulating to this. I'm going to try to sound fancy, even though I used the wrong word almost, kind of, sort of, to this, accumulated to this. Oh, so it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. And it's Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss. Madcap kind of means like silly and outrageous in a way, funny. A broski, a frat boy. Madcap. He's a madcap. He's broski, man. He's 40 and he's gonna jump these fucking bikes and buses and he's drunk already and oh my god. I'll tell you a story. I won't use any real names, but I initially grew up in Queens, New York, and then I moved upstate to Orange County, New York. And when I first moved up here, I went to college and lived on campus for a year. And one of the first few weeks of living on campus, one of my roommates and the rest of the dorm were outside because someone stole a shopping cart, and we decided to be jackass, so to speak. And one of the guys dared my roommate to get in the shopping cart and drive it all the way down to the bottom of the hill that we lived on, and it was pretty desolate for the most part. The road, there was no cars or anything, and there was enough of us in the street for the time being to hold up any traffic for a few moments. as he rode down the hill in the shopping cart. And he was willing to do it. And he hopped in and he got in, and sure than shit, without crashing, he made it all the way down to uh, the bottom of the hill, so to speak. And he says it wasn't as close as it looked because of our perspective. But as soon as he got to the bottom of the hill, this truck came, and he was able to turn just in time as the truck was coming, and he was able to get himself near like a big telephone pole, and he was able to jump up and kind of brace himself on the telephone pole. But yeah, some madcap stuff, so to speak. That was one of the craziest things I've seen in my life. As far as a prank, we all thought that the poor guy was gonna bite the big one, and I had just recently met his parents and stuff, and it would have been a difficult conversation to have with them about exactly what happened. Yeah, on a dare, his son unfortunately passed away, but thankfully that didn't happen. This is going to end up being a 2-on-1 match, basically. Because it's a false count anywhere match, it's not going to really. Even the woman referee has to cover up her neck.
McIntyre would never make excuses. It's just unfortunate that McIntyre doesn't have any friends in the world to come watch his
But yeah, so that was a madcap thing, and then later on that year, mind you, this was in my early 20s, back in my more madcap years, so to speak, Mad Lab, as the Reddit users call it. We're having a house party. Oh, nice headbutt by Drew McIntyre on Madcap. Here comes Baron Corbin to clean up and distract. Yeah. Basically. Now he's going to try to chase Baron Corbin away. But then that's going to give plenty of time for Madcap. Oh, nice kick. That looked nice. Yeah, I don't really want to. I wish I can show more. Have more faith in showing the video. But I'm not sure even with. I want to see. I wonder if you guys can hear it. I wonder even. Because sometimes I wonder even with the audio on. Being able to use that without being in trouble or anything like that. But yeah, one more my madcap things that I'm sure many of young men, many of house parties and dorm parties have done was beer funnels, and this one beer funnel one of us had. Well, not me in particular, just meaning one of us in the dorm sense. It was like a 6-foot beer funnel, and it held 3 beers. And I thought that being I've done a lot of one beer funnels that I'd be able to do this. I was feeling pretty spry and pretty frisky this night. And I got through 2.5 beers, and I couldn't finish it up. And I tried to stop, and then all the beer came up, and it was oh my god, such a crazy mess and crazy event that I'm pretty sure would have been put on some sort of party fails compilation over the years. But that we didn't really think about filming and uploading videos to the internet fully like that at that point, like it is now. Uh, like I said, 20 some odd years later. But yeah, that was one of my more madcap nights where that beer funnel won the night. Fun night, fun night. A lot of good memories that night, though. I changed my shirt and everything. And everyone was asking me if I was alright. I was good. I was alright afterwards. And then, of course, I had to get the occasional roasting from everyone throughout the night. Oh, yeah, pussy, you couldn't do the 3 beer funnel. And, of course, I had to take the roasting, and we made little rules within ourselves, within our little group of friends, where as a punish, especially during house parties and house parties, and if we were like partying for the night, it'd be like, as a punishment, you gotta take a shot now. And so after that, I had to take a couple shots and up here to get back to what I lost, I guess, and all that other fun stuff. Something with bombs and this and that. Like, some college experiences is your typical college experience that you see in movies and TV. But I've seen a lot. Oh, Matt Cat. Oh my God. That was right on top of his head, though. Oh, and the credit to that move. Matt Cat Moss fell right on his head. On top of his head.
Steel chair to the back of Drew McIntyre from Happy Court.
Now it's right through a barricade for Drew McIntyre. Oh, Madcap Moss almost won, but not this time. If you come across this section, let me know what was your madcap moment in your life. Or you're just total broski and did something that was totally crazy and I talked about for weeks amongst your friends. even years, decades even. Not that story necessarily of the beer funnel, but there's been some stories between my friends and I that have lasted decades that have gone down in legendary status. That beer funnel story only, it's a level below that.
Racing on Madcap Moss is Drew McIntyre. Oh, right up the chest of Moss.
Knife edge chop echoing throughout the Jetta Superdome.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get a suplex off the top rope. Let's see how this goes. Oh, nice.
Just stay down, Madcap. For the win. Moss somehow kicks that off.
Kick out by Moss.
Look at the impact from the top rope. The Scottish Warrior driving Madcap Moss down to the center of the ring. You can see Madcap's eyes roll in the back of his head. Credit to the toughness possessed by
And
Moss.
see, here's where this gets me with the Saudi Arabia shows. All the women are covered up from neck down, right? Fully covered. And here's Drew McIntyre only in trunks and knee pads and boots. And Madcap Moss in shorts and shoes. And No tops, no nothing, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
McIntyre realizes he may need a little insurance. Exactly.
You know? Setting up for Claymore. Oh, whoa, he almost tried to hit Baron Corbin with the sword. Yo, dude. Put the sword down, bro.
And with Angela in hand. Welcome to
Claymore with the sword.
Angela in hand.
Pins Madcap Moss with the sword in his hands. Drew McIntyre wins. I'm checking dinner. Give me a moment, guys.
Angela to keep Happy Corbin at bay. And it is Drew McIntyre who pins Madcap Moss.
Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss pushed Drew McIntyre over the line, past the limits. Drew McIntyre lost his mind tonight, and it was all perfectly legal, including this.
Lightning close call for Happy Corbin. And then a Claymore from Madcap Moss. A highly satisfying victory for Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre, without saying a word, issues a warning to Happy Corbin. Yours is coming. Play wins on for Drew McIntyre. These are the Book of Skull sessions. Those damn good stories, the best of the business. So I'll throw them back a couple of cold ones. Damn! On this episode, WWE Hall of Famer Ron Simmons.
Give me a moment for that for a break. And we'll break, and I'll be back.
Black World Heavyweight Champion. This happened from more power is the way it impacted people's lives.
What? Damn! What? Damn! What? Damn! Hold it! Don't miss Brother Skull Session, streaming exclusively on Peacock. Yeah, hell yeah! Welcome back to Elimination Champ.
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go? Caroline, wait. Mitch? Look, I know I messed up, but I told Diane it's over. Can we have some space? Oh. Yeah, of course.
Switch to progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Mitch, you live in a van.
I'm a free spirit.
Everyone has a story.
You're gonna fall right out of your seat.
But some stories are so incredible, they deserve to be immortalized on television. Join Ed Helms and Randall Park
Where does this story begin? Alexandria, Virginia.
In Nebraska.
as they bring these stories to life with a star-studded cast. Remember that.
Hey, yo, have fun tonight, Ron. What?
Huh? I just saw
Have fun.
like, be cool. A story so amazing,
There was an allergic reaction. They're very poisonous.
so dramatic,
Is he gonna propose to me?
so ridiculous,
Literal projectile vomit.
so unbelievable, they could only be true.
You stuck in the Super Bowl.
Oh, we're the best. You guys are bad. That was the best game I ever seen.
Who was that? I think that was the coach's nephew. Maybe.
Did I say my story?
That's my story, brothers.
That's the story, guys.
True story with Ed and Randall.
after everything that happened. You good? Be patient. You'll have every opportunity to create the future you want.
You can use me to show how much you care about poor black kids from the hood. How you live? I'm well, by the way.
These are my people. Stay out of my way. I need to know so you will a second chance to get to know our family. He is our family.
I can't wait to find out who this calls. And for the first time ever, the Elimination Chamber goes international here at the Saudi Arabian port city of Jeddah on the Red Sea. Gateway to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, where the largest concrete dome in the world, the Superdome, here in Jeddah tonight. Well, it's been quite the week for WWE superstars in this Saudi Arabian resort town. On Thursday night, a Royal Kingdom dinner with an amazing feast and entertainment. Superstars joining in the Mezmar, a traditional Arabian stick folk dance, including plenty of laughing and singing. One reason that Jeddah is known as Jeddah Gahar. Jeddah is different.
Check out my moves. Look, here's to do the top slide. Actually paid off. Wish someone would have hit you with that stick. Here we go, gentlemen.
She is a four-time women's champion and a WWE Hall of Famer. Lita is here. And for the first time in 16 years, Lita in a meaningful one-on-one match in WWE. Yes, for the Raw Women's title. Meaningful might be the understatement of the year. Well, this is a matchup we truly thought we may never, ever see. Generations apart, Lita, a woman who inspired Becky Lynch to achieve the heights that Big Time Bex has, will now try to be the woman to dethrone the Raw Women's Champion. Lita admitting she was in awe over what was an historic moment this week here in Saudi Arabia. For the first time ever, WWE women's superstars on billboards throughout this entire country promoting tonight's huge Raw Women's Championship match, Becky Lynch and Lita.
Just imagine if the story ends tonight with Lita returning to a WWE ring, defeating Becky Lynch, and once again establishing herself on top of the mountain.
So we got the Big Time Bex and Lita going head to head.
Becky Lynch has accomplished at a women's champion here in WWE. Over 500 days, never losing a championship. And tonight, she defends it against a woman who she says was her idol growing up, none other than Lita.
I can't help but think of the bold proclamation that Becky Lynch made a couple weeks ago. She said, listen, if there was no Lita, there never would have been a Becky Lynch. But now that there is a Becky Lynch, there can be no Lita.
Make no mistake about it, this isn't Lita trying to coast into this opportunity based off of past accomplishments. Lita has stepped up her game, has been training incredibly hard, even added a few new moves to her arsenal in preparation for this one. Lita saying, I'm not here to find my greatest hits tonight. To Corey's point, I've learned new moves, new counters. I am in this to win. Talk about turning WrestleMania upside down as Lita wins.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Raw Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger, WWE Hall of Famer, Lita.
So,
Our opponent, she is the Raw Women's Champion,
Lita and Big Time Bex.
Becky Lynch.
Love the
The winner of this
sunglasses.
match tonight will be in the main event at WrestleMania, defending the Raw Women's title against Bianca Belair, who won the Women's Elimination Chamber earlier tonight. And that is what it's about, the Raw Women's title. Corey, one can only imagine what Lita is feeling right now.
I had a chance to speak to Lita several times over the past few weeks, and Lita feels as though she's playing with house money. This is much for her own satisfaction and gratification as it is for the WWE Universe to enjoy. Lita wants to prove
I was a big Lita fan back in the day.
that she is still who she was.
So Byron, if you're Becky Lynch, it seems
She's was a great worker.
You're going one-on-one with the woman
She
you
first came
idolize.
around,
Becky Lynch has been on top of the game. We talked about her last few years.
started getting noticed when she was with S.A. Rios in WWE.
If your road gets deep
Then
towards
she was
WrestleMania,
with the Hardy Boys for a while, and then started getting noticed with that. And then she, what really propelled her into stardom in a weird way was the Matt Hardy and Edge scenario, in which she was legitimately dating Edge, and she was legitimately dating Matt Hardy initially. Then she started legitimately going with Edge while she was with Matt Hardy. And Edge knew that Matt Hardy was involved, and they both continued that relationship, even though Matt Hardy was in the dark about the whole thing. And, I will say that was kind of a shitty thing to do, and I don't condone doing it like that, but at the same time, I'm not these people. I'm not in their relationship. I'm not really privy to the knowledge that they have and why they do what they do. And even if I did, that's more on them than on me in a sense. But I kind of find that to be kind of like a iffy thing to do to somebody. Just let them know ahead of time, like you're not interested in being with them anymore for whatever reason. Whether they want to continue it or not, if you're not continuing the relationship, what can they do? I mean, I know that's a dumb thing to say, what can they do? But you know what I mean. In this scenario, Matt Hardy wasn't going to get crazy, extraordinarily crazy. We would have just gotten regular boyfriend crazy, like, oh, come on, with me, like that type of thing. But what was going to do, beat her up, you know what I mean? Embarrass himself more in a way, because that is kind of embarrassing for everyone to know a little bit. That because she's still around and she's dating you, and now she's dating this guy. It's kind of like, around for group meetings still and this and that. And it's like, hello, Lita. Hello, Edge. Adam and Amy. Hello, Adam and Amy. And the thing is, Edge is not even with her anymore. He's been moved on and married Beth Phoenix, and they've had like 3 kids or something like that. And I'm not sure what Lita too much has been doing it in her personal life. It's just that only Edge and Beth Phoenix make their relationship known as wrestlers on the same company, so there's that. Whereas Lita hasn't really been around like that. She's only come back here and there for special events or special appearances, and this is one of them. And whatever relationship she is, they don't acknowledge it, and that would be the only real reason why I would know. I'm not looking up like Lita's boyfriends. Like if you look up Lita, I'm sure it would say that she's like married or with someone who's been documented and confirmed in a way, but this match has been good between Lita and Becky Lynch. Lita's still bouncing around pretty good. They've both been getting in offense.
Cover by Lynch. Hook it away. And a kick out by Lita. Remember Lita?
And like I said, Lita still could go a bit. She still looks like she can get a match in, get this in. I don't think she's going to win or anything like that. This is just a filler match. Another target to say that I beat, as a current superstar. That I beat Hall of Famer Lita.
This story is again. It's beginning to look like
Becky might
quite honestly
be wrapping this up.
Now you start to question whether or not Lita's starting to feel that internal doubt over whether or not she can truly overcome Becky Lynch.
Well, you have to look at like this. Lita is a bit older, and if Lita was around for the last few months, wrestling regularly, maybe I would say that she would be ready to carry a championship for a few months. But unless this is the start of that story where she can. But I don't see Becky Lynch losing her women's championship again a month before, 6 weeks before WrestleMania, because Becky Lynch is going to be a money drawer. Lita could draw in money still, probably just for the name and be like, "What? Lita at WrestleMania as champion?" But that would probably, if she was to win here, by some sort of miracle win here, some on the fly storytelling, like, yeah, she would only be losing at WrestleMania. Like, come on.
As Lita's onslaught continues. What Lita is attempting to do here tonight is nothing short of
Becky always caught talking during the match. Let's see, we're approaching 2 hours on this.
Hit the first time around, rolls through, and now Becky's shoulders are down. Lita's shoulders down, and Lita just manages to get out of 2.
Becky trying to.
Lynch grabbing the top rope. The official corner, though. We've seen Lynch use that exact same maneuver multiple times.
Sleeper hold.
Trying to lock it in the champion.
He's trying to hold Becky in a sleeper hold, but that didn't work out.
And Lita has to break. Take a look at this.
Decent match so far, guys.
Lynch grabbed the top rope. Lita actually kicked Becky's hand off of the rope. Now the veteran instinct. And now Becky went for the kick. Lita into the catcher. Becky's in trouble. Powerbomb. Cover. Hook in the leg. Is it enough to win the championship?
Near count.
And at this point, Lita trying to
Wonder
everything in her being.
There's a significance to the number 5 on the back of Lita's shirt. I'm not sure. Becky Lynch rolled out to the outside of the ring.
Any reprieve right now for Becky Lynch.
Right in front of us. See Becky up the announce win like this. What's amazing to me is Lita's been able to keep up the pace. So
Lita bouncing around Becky on the outside, rolled it back in.
It's been a frantic pace in this matchup, and Lita's hung tough.
Oh, Lita has hung tough.
Drive from the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, and now Becky. Becky's going to climb up to the top rope.
With a forearm from Lita.
Lita, a little nod to her best friend / rival Trish Stratus. And realizing she's in control of the twist of fate. That'll give you a vertigo. By Lita. Here from I'm blown away. We know what Lita.
Lita instead of bringing this over.
And this time, she's able to lock it in the middle of the ring. Lita's armor. This is a bitchy move. Lita trying to hang on. Last gas pepper now. Women's Champion. He is still a long, long way from the bottom rope to force the break. They're going to make it away. Baker tips away.
Almost there.
Becky, smart manhandle slam. Oh, Becky, cover. And Lita gets her foot on the bottom rope.
Oh, man.
I've been talking about Becky's veteran awareness once again. Lita showing that she's forgotten more about this business than most people know.
That was a tremendous sequence because Becky Lynch realized Lita was probably going to make it to the ropes. Switch the disarmer into a manhandle slam, but Lita was able to get to the ropes.
But right now, the champion coming unglued.
It's completely snapped. Take another look again. The manhandle slam was delivered. Lita having just enough to put that left foot on the bottom rope to break up the pinfall.
Now it's Becky Lynch, perhaps questioning herself. Understanding what so many before her knew, how tough Lita is, the heart Lita had, the resilience.
What is going through the mind of Becky Lynch?
Becky Lynch, up to the top rope.
His playbook.
Becky will go so Lita rolls out of the way. And now Lita. Oh my God.
Switch to fake Alita.
The entire landscape of WrestleMania may be about to change.
Lita going to the top rope.
Lita heading to the top rope.
Lita.
Change in 2004.
Oh, she got the fucking foot. Oh, Becky kicked out at the last second. Oh, that's it. Lita hit everything she could hit. This is going to be the wrap up soon.
Stay the course, Lita. Burn the ship. There's no turning back. Lita's got the chaps on the ropes.
Lita can taste it. Lita can taste the gold right here, right now.
Oh, man, he's swing.
Becky Lynch.
And Becky Lynch wins with the manhandle slam. Oh, no.
Turning back the clock here tonight at Elimination Chamber. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch survived. There's no other way to put it. After an unbelievably valiant effort by the Hall of Famer Lita, who should have been so far out of her element tonight, but she hung in and almost.
I lose connection, guys. I'm sorry.
Tells you a lot about the battle, about the fortitude of Lita, who gave you everything she had. And we thought at this moment, both songs delivered, we thought Lita had the victory here.
If you didn't believe in that moment that Lita could pull this off, I don't know what you're watching. But at the very last moment, Becky Lynch delivers a
I'll be here a few minutes, guys. I'm going to go to the kitchen. If I lose connection, I'm sorry.
The Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, who will now defend her Raw Women's title against Bianca Belair at the Showcase of the Immortals. But damn it, if Lita didn't make you believe tonight, nothing will. Lynch and Belair, 6 weeks at WrestleMania. But what an incredible effort tonight. An emotional Lita, realizing that they may have been her last chance.
It hurts right now for Lita, but there's nothing for her to be ashamed of right now. This was an incredible, mind-blowing performance from the WWE Hall of Famer.
Becky Lynch is still the Raw Women's Champion, but not without a fight. Lita just reminded the entire WWE Universe exactly why she belongs where she is, in the WWE Hall of Fame. You earned it, Lita. You earned it. Take one more down. The true trailblazer, the true pioneer. One of the reasons that WWE WWE women's superstars are competing here tonight in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Women like Lita making sure that nights like tonight happen. Congratulations once again to the WWE Hall of Famer, Lita. And from one Hall of Famer to a soon-to-be brand new Hall of Famer. As first reported by the New York Post yesterday, The Undertaker will headline the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. It would be hard-pressed to find anyone who deserves the honor more, and understandably the news spreading like wildfire throughout the entertainment industry. Hats off and congratulations to the dead man. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in the annals of sports entertainment history, there is only one phenom. From Death Valley, I give you the Undertaker.
Undertaker, the character and the man behind it, something very, very special. He's like a mythological character.
See this figure walking down, and he's larger than life, literally and figuratively.
He's just cool head Luke. There's never been anyone like him.
The Prince of Darkness is truly superhuman.
He's a legit godfather of this business, a leader.
Completely uninspiring.
To sum it up, he's a top son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm your life. I know what takes you there. Hey, I'm your life. I know what cares. Hey, baby Trey, I'm your only true friend now. Hey, baby Trey, I'm forever there. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you are still. I'm your pain when you can't feel. I'm your truth, telling lies. I'm your reason, having advice. I'm inside, open your eyes. The horrors of destruction have risen.
You rest in peace. Changing over time, the ability to adapt. He was able to take that character and morph it.
I don't know of anybody in the history of this business that has more respect than Undertaker.
People look up to someone that walks the walk, and he does.
He's iconic. The Undertaker.
WWE legend, The Undertaker.
Almost became bigger than the industry.
Phenomenal, fans. Our thanks to The Undertaker.
So good. So hard to break.
You are the man.
Thank you guys. To ride the edge of the life and go for 30 years the way he has been nothing short of phenomenal.
I'm your baby. I'm your baby when you want love. Hey, pay the price. Pay for nothing fair. Hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who took you there.
genetic history of this company. He's a magical person who's a magical performer. These are never-ending, ass-kicking, undead phenomena.
His legacy is that there'll never be another.
Through 3 decades of destruction, we've known him by many names. The Dead Man, the American Badass, the Phenom. It's time to add one more to the list. Hall of Famer.
I'm back.
The night before WrestleMania on a special 2-for-1 event. SmackDown plus the Hall
I'm
of Fame.
back. I'm back.
Tickets for that spectacular event in Dallas, Texas. At the
We're gonna
American
go.
Airlines Center.
I think one last match. I think.
Tuesday. A standing ovation here in the Jazz Superdome right this very moment for the announcement of the Undertaker's entry. And it's now
Not
time
bad.
to
Tag
turn
team
away.
champions. The Viking Raiders versus SmackDown Championship.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 590 pounds, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders. Eric and Ivar looking to win the tag team titles on the book grab. They were once Raw tag team champions. What a fatal four-way for this opportunity here tonight. He's had a very early success after their first year. That's a possible Monday Night Raw. One of those Raw tag team titles. But he talks Eric and Ivar today. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions wasted a little time that took not even on the way and tried to gain the early advantage against Eric and Ivar. Brilliant strategy by Jimmy and Jey Uso, knowing exactly
So the Viking Raiders versus the Usos. Okay.
any advantage they can get. The bloodline. Their cousin Roman Reigns successfully defended the Universal Championship earlier tonight. The Usos taking out the
And
Raiders.
if they don't win tonight,
The Usos take offense to the fact that the Viking Raiders said Jimmy and Jay are not ready for us.
they're the ones. They've been on a little run too since being with Roman. Dropped the one guy on top of the other guy. That's before the bell started. Wow.
I still think the Usos were concerned about facing the Raiders here. Either way, we're not going to
What a bum way.
championship match tonight.
What a bum way.
Take a look at this as the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar were making their entrance to ringside. Jimmy and Jay would ambush
So the Viking Raiders got ambushed before the match and couldn't go on. So the Usos don't really even have to.
Usos escaping the threat of the Viking Raiders. Fact remains, Jimmy and Jay Uso, we the ones.
Wow, what a way to win.
Hey, bud. Thanks for coming out to cheer me on.
Dad, I'm always here.
I'm always here for you, too.
Okay,
Go, Dad.
Thanks.
No, everyone's passing you. No. You got it, Coach.
Switch to progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Experience the best of Mexico and the best of the Caribbean in Cancun. Explore its natural wonders. Soak up the sun in its idyllic beaches. Or get into the depths of the lush Mayan jungle. Discover its different shades of blue. Learn about the ancient Mayan culture and make new friends. Now more than ever, escape to Cancun and enjoy your dream vacation.
You're the unique, among the uncommon. You fought for our freedoms. Your bravery and leadership is celebrated by all Americans. At Grand Canyon University, we recognize your commitment to excellence. Our commitment is to deliver modern online degree programs that can help you or your spouse pursue the next step in your journey. We salute you. God bless America. Find your purpose.
God bless America.
Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/military.
You really need to see that.
Let's rock and roll.
Easy, boy. Let's go, girl. We can do it, Dad.
The Cruise.
My name is Turbo.
Come on, Ed. Here's what we got.
We need you, McGruber. Of course you do.
McGruber.
Relax. They're not going anywhere.
McGruber.
Welcome back, Bayside.
The problem is not Big Larry, it's the road.
Let's go, ladies. Sing from your diaphragm. Okay, which one? Cool.
Which diaphragm?
Amazing, astounding, marvelous, astonishing, phenomenal, breathtaking, smashing, superb, fabulous, fantastic, tremendous.
So I'm thinking that I think now we're really at our last match.
WrestleMania in history.
Stupendous WrestleMania coming at you.
Well, I can't do much back that broadcast colleague. Matt not going to be justice, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to tell you this, that the next time we come your way with a premium live event on WWE on Peacock happens 6 weeks from tonight. It is the first night.
So WrestleMania, 6 weeks from tonight. That'll be the next time I'm streaming WWE Watch Along or pay-per-view Watch Along. Again, I'm not really, I follow AEW news. I'll watch highlights that I think will interest me. So I will, do that. But at the same time, I primarily follow WWE wrestling. I don't really follow the AEW wrestling with that. But there's wrestlers I like from there. Chris Jericho, Matt Hardy, Hangman Page, those type of guys. Alright, so I think, we're getting the last match here. I don't know how long they're going to write this because we're at,
In a match built up over decades, what we thought we'd never see. Two Leviathans coming face to face.
So we'll see how this ends because this will be the last match, and this will be in determination of who will be WWE champion after tonight, or after today, I should say. And
like you're the champion?
like you're the champion, Bobby? Even though you're the champion?
Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman.
Oh, Paul Heyman. And then literally, an hour and a half later, he's entering the Royal Rumble to.
Brock Lesnar entered the Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar's going to WrestleMania. You see, at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns is going to be title versus title. I challenge you for my rematch. Let's do it, Bobby. Come on. You can go to the end of the line and earn your title shot. Your challenge is declined. I think I may have an idea. The new almighty WWE champion will step inside the Elimination Chamber against 5 superstars: Seth freaking Rollins, Riddle, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, and the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. 20,000 pounds. Like I said before. Yeah, again, most of the matches went how I expected them to go. This close to WrestleMania. This was just to get one of probably the required Saudi shows under the belt. Because I think they're supposed to do an average of 2 a year. So, so this will be one of them. But, Austin Theory is getting pushed by Vince on camera.
It's going to stop me from having a defining WrestleMania moment.
It's Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar more dangerous. You unleash the beast inside the Elimination Chamber. The Cowboy Trap.
Caribou hunting.
Brock Lesnar is going to be
God.
the new
Brock Lesnar is ridiculous.
heavyweight champion. It's not me locked into the chamber with Brock. It's going to be Brock locked in the chamber with me.
With me! He's locked in there with me! Bobby Lashley's a fucking beast too. My personal pick is Bobby Lashley. But I have a strong suspicion that Brock is leaving this pay-per-view with the title.
Is 20 years old this year. And for the 8th time in history, the WWE Championship will be defended inside the chamber. For the champion, Bobby Lashley, you'll know this. 4 times the champion has retained.
So 50-50. Bobby Lashley's the first to come out. Bobby Lashley, you sculpted individual. Nice picture. I'm glad that he has had the WWE title for a couple times now because he has deserved it. He's a big guy. He looks the part. This should be an interesting match, though, because, again, WWE can go anywhere they want to go. It's their company. But story-wise, I think this was just another way of skirting the issue of Brock beating Bobby by some sort of shenanigans in this match. It's kind of the same thing to avoid shenanigans with Roman Reigns and Goldberg. He choked Goldberg out. He doesn't look weak because he didn't tap out. He didn't get pinned. But Roman Reigns looked stronger because he technically did beat Goldberg, even if it was a pass-out victory. You choked out Goldberg.
despite the odds.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Nice fireworks.
I hope it comes down to myself and Brock Lesnar inside the chamber.
Well,
As fearless as the Almighty can
that's
be,
our Bobby
he
Lashley,
showed
first one out.
respect for this barbaric structure in
Here
which
comes
he's
AJ. Can you feel Georgia? AJ Styles.
For the fourth time in his career, AJ Styles will enter
Oh, AJ Styles.
the Elimination Chamber. He said, I've lost before, but it doesn't deter
He
me.
ran away.
I've been in the chamber before, so I know what it takes to win. AJ Styles has also been WWE champion before.
AJ Styles has been.
A phenomenal one tonight.
Not a soul sitting here in the Cheddar Superdome. They're all standing, all wondering who's going to lead the Elimination Chamber match as WWE Champion.
Remember the rules. 2 men will start. The other 4 men will be locked inside pods. Those pods will open at regularly scheduled intervals. One stand the WWE champion. They defend the title. And main event. And WrestleMania. Look at the etched on the face of the Almighty.
The last couple of weeks on Raw, he has been red hot. He has been operating with a huge chip on his shoulder, and it has served him well.
Styles' advantage in this matchup is going to be his knowledge of how to navigate this treacherous terrain known as the Elimination Chamber. Chamber for the first time in his career. He actually had a date earlier today. He said, can you imagine if I was WWE champ, bro? I know Randy Orton. It was tight.
I have a vision for you guys. I actually laid in my bed last night, and I thought of the possibility of Riddle heading to WrestleMania.
Matt Riddle in this. Yeah.
Spectacular victory.
You see the look on Lashley's face? Here
Let's go, baby. Baby.
This is a superstar who many are thinking is a dark horse.
Let's go, baby.
Has no chance in hell. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Because Austin Theory is on a mission. A mission to become
Austin Theory.
to impress Mr. McMahon. And if that's not motivation to do great things inside the Elimination Chamber, nothing is. I have a question for you. So you talk about all these great athletes for us today. I agree. Tremendous athlete, great talent, first ever chamber match. But he actually sent out a selfie.
I mean, Theory has time for selfies before the chamber.
But he sent out a tweet earlier, Byron, and the tweet said this. He called Brock the encounter with Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw. Quote, totally loved it.
And just took a selfie with Bobby Lashley who was walking.
It's all about building your brand, Cole. Taking a photo of any sort with Brock Lesnar is going to enhance your brand. No one knows better than Austin Theory. Look at this. We're commemorating moments. Can you imagine how spectacular, how stupendous Austin Theory's WrestleMania moment can be?
Can you imagine how many enemies right now Austin Theory is making with every selfie he decides to take?
It's one way at the top, Saxton. You either make friends or you make money.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Make plenty of money because he knows what counts. Weighing in at 217 pounds,
Exactly, looks great.
Rollins making his second appearance inside Elimination Chamber. But what a resume for this man, four-time world champion. Oh, listen to the chorus serenade us. A Money in the Bank winner, a Royal Rumble winner, an Intercontinental champion, a tag team champion.
Done it all.
Except for the chamber match. Indeed, and Rollins added another one to that list. Rollins has never entered WrestleMania as the WWE champion. He has an opportunity to do that if Rollins escapes the victory here tonight inside the chamber. He is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. And ladies and gentlemen, Seth freaking Rollins is dancing his way into the mouth of hell tonight. The WWE Championship was on the line in the very first ever Elimination Chamber match 20 years ago. Survivor Series 2002. The night that Shawn Michaels.
Seth Rollins has been doing some really good character work as of late. He's really been able to build himself back up since Elimination Chamber pay-per-view a few years back.
Is talking to a man who doesn't wear shoes about issues. Oh, my name. I guess you knew it better than Seth freaking Rollins.
Love that chat. Brock Lesnar is coming. I think this is probably going to be the ultimate pick for a lot of people. For anyone who's been following regularly the last few months, it's most likely going to be Brock winning tonight to go face Roman, title for title. This is the last match of the night, and our last match of the afternoon, the night for them. All in all, I know how it's been viewed for the Saudi Arabia country and the government, but it looks like everyone has had themselves a good old time. I don't know if it's still a crowd, but it looks pretty crowded to me there. And Lesnar's already got a championship match for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar will probably be released last, so he can just F5 everyone to hell. Like 10 F5s in a row just to everybody. Like, that's how crazy it's going to be. WWE Championship up for grabs. And again, my personal pick, who I would like to see win, is Bobby Lashley. But Brock Lesnar is who I'm choosing to win.
Austin Theory does not seem impressed by Seth Rollins, nor does he seem intimidated.
Well, Austin Powers and Seth Rollins have a little bit of a past when he was the Monday Night Messiah.
Chairman himself, Mr. McMahon, keeping a close eye on the performance of Austin Theory. Can you imagine if Theory wins the chamber match tonight? What could be in store for him on the chairman?
Austin Theory ain't winning this chamber match. He could possibly win the WWE Championship in a few years, but he's not even close to even sniffing. He's barely sniffing at it now. He's barely sniffing at a championship match now. Technically, he's in one now, but because Vince is pushing him. But if Vince wasn't around trying to be in the story with him, he wouldn't have been in this match. It would have been someone else.
Following slam by Austin Theory. In Theory now. Right out of the box.
But,
For the occasion right now.
Austin Theory with some offense against Seth Rollins.
Austin Theory throws Rollins down. And Theory now up over the
Theory
top.
is a pretty good worker, though. I will give him that. That fisherman suplex was nice. Near fall.
Near fall. And look at the confidence on Theory's face grow as the match progresses.
So, when you come across this, let me know what your favorite match has been. Let me know if it worked out to your expectations or not. You know? Burn it down, chance. I wonder if he's probably evolving back to that character. That Monday Night Messiah character was meant to, you know.
You have less than 12% chance to actually win the chamber match. Rollins now using the chamber to his advantage. Unfortunately for Austin,
Nice.
are decreasing by the moment.
Seth frickin' Rollins. Gonna give him a power bomb. Give him a buckle bomb into an elimination chamber pod. And knocking Bobby Lashley out.
I'm not entirely sure. I think Lashley might have been staring at Lesnar. Or at least his attention was split for the moment.
Was a new participant getting ready to come out. Let's see who is the next to come in. Riddle. And here it comes. Seth and Riddle going at it.
Very familiar with Seth Rollins' number of battles on Monday Night Raw between these two. Riddle would love the opportunity
Nice
to win the WWE title tonight. Take the crowd running senton. Riddle up over the top, now turns his attention to the other man. Meanwhile, you can see medical personnel in the background scrambling to get over the pod. And it houses Bobby Lashley. Obviously concerned by emergency personnel here that Lashley could be hurt as this match continues.
Rollins able to fight out the back door. Look at him. Wrestle control away from Riddle.
Now to Riddle rope down to the top.
And Seth Rollins breaks up that attempt by Riddle. Stopping away on Riddle is the veteran Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins taking it to
Pierce out there as well, checking out Bobby Lashley.
bringing it to Riddle.
Perched on the top rope, Riddle in all types of
Rollins
trouble.
on the top rope.
Rollins, Riddle dropping.
Now, Bobby Lashley seems to have gotten hurt, even though he's still in the pod. It's weird. It looks like he might leave the match. But then again,
Rollins, can he capitalize? Into the cover, hooks the leg on Riddle. Riddle really stays in it. Thought Riddle was going to be eliminated. That's a testament to that toughness. Meanwhile, the situation that's the
well, Bobby Lashley really has to leave the match.
Helped out of the chamber after the unfortunate situation a few moments ago. This is what happened. Rollins with a buckle bomb, sending Theory through the pod, and Bobby hit hard. Looked like perhaps the back
So Seth Rollins threw Alex Austin Theory through the pod, knocking over Bobby Lashley and ultimately injuring him enough to have him leave the match. I guess that's what's happening next.
No one is safe at any time.
New guy. Unless, of course, this is all part of the plan.
WrestleMania moment. Into the back of the net, Riddle now. I'm sure there's a history between Riddle
and
Styles. Styles stacks up. Riddle kick it too.
Mm.
No one has been eliminated,
Not yet.
at least officially, in this matchup. Rollins across the shoulders of AJ Styles.
Torture rack.
No.
Oh.
Is it enough to put Rollins away? Rollins still in the match.
Not near too full
Lesnar.
on Rollins. Lesnar's still ready to knock. Like he's ready to come in.
All hell will break loose. You imagine the destruction Lesnar's capable of inside this structure.
This is. I wonder what's going to happen with the Bobby Lashley turn. As far as, is it a real injury or is it ha, we got you guys moment?
Rollins is down and out. Theory in trouble as well.
You know, because that could have happened to where there's a real, one up really happening where he got hurt and couldn't do shit.
For when the beast is unleashed inside the chamber. I'm not saying it's going to be effective. Lesnar smiled. Lesnar was just smiling at AJ Styles. That was one of the most unnerving visuals you can have. Once again, Riddle plays the top, the turnbuckle. Imagine their competitor in the ring, all of a sudden you get a countdown begin. And then the buzzer rings, and the door opens. Next thing you know, you're staring up at the lights in the ceiling. Seth Rollins bringing the fight to AJ Styles, and now it's Seth freaking Rollins with Riddle on the middle rope. It's Styles again. Styles putting the hands of Seth Rollins. He lets Riddle onto himself. Riddle trying to defend himself, reaching for anything he can. Look at this. Austin Theory back into it. Theory breaks up the entire party with his own individual plans. Hoisting up Stone. Rollins. How's that for a display of power? It's Riddle. And now Riddle from the top rope. Riddle takes out Theory. Floating pro rock. Theory covers by Theory. Theory kicks out and stays in. The floating pro by Riddle almost eliminated Austin Theory. Riddle's returning for Riddle. Turning his attention now to Rollins. At this juncture, all of these superstars have to be looking to hit the herd a little bit. It's getting mighty crowded inside the chamber. The Lamars, the Randy Orton. And they all paying homage to his tag team partner, Randy Orton. Vintage move by Riddle. And now Riddle is fired up. And he's Riddle now Randy Orton again. Now Riddle going to that place normally occupied by Randy Orton. Trying power from the Viper, but he better strike quick.
Hey, hello, eternally grateful seas. Got entranced with the match here.
Lesnar's gonna have to wait for a few more minutes because Lashley was supposed to enter the chamber at this point.
Almost with an RKO by Riddle. AJ Styles is in now. Brock Lesnar is in now. How are you doing today, eternally grateful seas? I hope that I have dedicated the stream to our buddy there, JJ, for today. Oh, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley can't compete in this match because of concussion protocols. Riddle's been eliminated now, so Bobby Lashley's out, so he's going to be an automatic new WWE champion automatically, and it looks like it's going to be Brock Lesnar.
Which means he cannot compete in this match. He will not return.
We got hit hard. Oh, there goes AJ.
Have a new WWE champion here tonight.
And that will be Brock Lesnar. It'll be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Lesnar stalking AJ Styles. And now Lesnar with Styles up on his shoulders.
F5 to AJ Styles. 1, 2, 3.
AJ Styles has been eliminated. So I mentioned earlier that Austin Theory said the run-in with Lesnar this past week was totally worth it. Well, Theory's going to get an opportunity to go one-on-one with Lesnar here tonight. The last two remaining men inside the chamber.
Austin Theory versus Brock Lesnar. The last two guys of the Elimination Chamber. And, yeah.
It's almost chilling to see how Brock Lesnar has systematically eliminated virtually
Obviously, Brock is coming out of here with the championship.
If you can run, I'd say run. So at this point, climb or just start praying.
But this is probably going to end in a few minutes. I want to thank everyone for stopping by, liking, comment, and sharing. I'm glad that I've been able to spend the last few hours with the guys watching wrestling, having a few drinks, having... I'm sorry that I had to stop on occasion, hanging out and check on dinner and making myself a little lunch. But I hope everyone had fun today with the WWE Elimination Chamber watch along as we see Brock Lesnar winning the WWE Championship in Saudi Arabia in a few minutes here once he pins Austin Theory. Well, Austin Theory gave him a low blow, so we'll see how this goes. Oh no. Austin Theory does have a chance, but a DDT. It's making it believable a little bit, but quick kick out. Brock Lesnar's looking at him like the father who just got hurt by the son, like, oh, I'm going to beat your ass now. Come on. Oh, he almost made it out. They're on the chains, literally. Oh my God, they're on top of the pod, one of the pods. Oh my God, bro. This is going to be... If he suplexes him off this pod, holy shit. Brock Lesnar's going to do something off this. I'm going to start going holy shit right now because it's going to be a holy shit minute. Oh my God. An F5 off the pod. Oh my God. Austin Powers, Austin Theory taking that bump. Holy shit. It would have been even crazy Brock Lesnar coming down with him, but Brock would have broke his fucking tailbone and shattered it.
I cannot believe what we just witnessed.
This has been a good pay-per-view. It's been a solid pay-per-view. Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion. So it looks like it's going to be title for title. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Let me know what you thought about the pay-per-view down below. I give this pay-per-view a solid B. All the winners I expected to win, even if I had personal choices in the matter. Great pay-per-view. And join me next time for the WWE Watch Along when we do WrestleMania. Until next time, peace.